right, man. Derek Carr was forced to retire, man. I didn't see this coming. I knew the shoulder injury was really, really bad, so I knew they would probably be in the market for a quarterback. But apparently, it's to the point where he is going to retire. A lot of people say he should have took Shador. They should have took Shador, and apparently, I feel like the NFL told teams not to draft Shador, and was like, well, since he don't want to go to Cleveland, y'all the only team that can draft him. But that's just my belief. But check out the NFL playlist, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. It says New Orleans Saints quarterback Derek Carr announces retirement. Carr, upon reflection, a prayer, in his discussion with Heather, I've decided to retire for the National Football League. So I'm guessing Heather is his wife. Look here, dude. Um, you know, make that decision on your merit. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, really, when you make decisions like that, it should be on your merit, in my opinion. I just think, your wife always gonna be emotional about it. Oh, you should do this. You should. Man, most times they're gonna come on. You know how it is, but it is what it is. He announced his retirement in late March while ramping up in preparation for 2025 season. Derek experienced pain in his right shoulder. It was the first time throwing the football at significant volume since recovering from both a concussion and a left-hand injury sustained during playing on December 8th, 2024. Derek immediately contacted the Saints medical team. Eventually, the medical scans determined objectively that Derek sustained a labral tear and also significant degenerative changes into his rotator cuff. So I don't even know what the hell that is. I don't know what the rotator cuff is, but Jesus. He said since the time Derek and his representation, the Saints medical team and outside medical experts have worked together to determine the best path forward. Surgery was an option, jeopardizing the entire 2025 season. Yet there was no guarantee Derek would return to the level of strength, function, or performance of play to which he was accustomed. Upon consultation with my wife Heather, Derek has decided it is best for his best interest in both his family and the Saints organization to retire for the National Football League. Upon reflection of prayer and discussion with Heather, I decided to retire from the National Football League, said Carr. For more than 11 years, we've been incredibly blessed, and we are forever grateful and humbled by this experience. It's difficult to find the right words to express our thanks to all the teammates, coaches, management, ownership, team officials, especially the fans who made the journey so special. Your unwavering support has meant the world to us. Now, I think that, that 1 year he almost would have had a Carson Wentz type of year. It's funny how him and Carson Wentz had those great MVP years. If they would have stayed healthy, they would have won it and never was able to capture lightning in the bottle again. He might come back. Get tired of being at home. You notice when a lot of these athletes go to the crib, the women dip set, they get up out of there. A lot of these, and football players, I think, spend a little bit more time than NBA players. NBA players, 82 games a year, playoffs, preseason, training camp down the road. So, but most of the times when them players' careers is over, most time the women, they dip. Just think about it. Like, how much time do y'all really got to date to get to know each other? Especially if you met her in college. College is juggling your work and juggling work study, your career, playing football. So it's a full season thing, and you really don't really get an opportunity to in my opinion, to get to know somebody. So when they retire and they finally get to know each other, it's like, remember Jay Cutler, the girl he was with got mad because he just wanted to relax. I mean, he's a type 2 diabetic, by the way. He just wanted to relax on his farm. She said, you need to go do something. Like, I don't get where women like really think to the point where men don't deserve a break or don't deserve rest. Or look here, I put my work in. I bought this ranch. I got the life I want. I don't want to do nothing else. I gave my entire life to a sport or to a career, and now I'm able to retire and chill, and that pisses you off because I want to be at home chilling and enjoy the fruits of my labor. You know what they want? They want you to work until you in a grave, and they enjoy your fruits of your labor. You know what I'm saying? To me, that whole story with Jay Cutler was wild. You mad because I'm relaxing. And you get that from a lot of women in relationships. They get mad when you relaxing. Start wake you up out your sleep and bother you. It's like you like it's so many different reasons why we can think about it. You can't even get a good rest. They always want to come waking you up with useless shit just because they don't want to see you they don't want to see you relaxing. Real talk. But shout out to him, man. He's solid dude. His brother had to retire early from he was getting the most sack quarterback, but he did get drafted to the inaugural uh, Houston Texans. I think that's the last franchise the NFL added. If my memory serves me correctly, yeah, that's the last franchise that they added. you know, so yeah, it's messed up. Messed up. So, but ultimately, man, shout out to Derek Carr. Um, it's a sad, good dude. Career didn't really pan out the way people. It looked like it was gonna pan out. That one MVP year is never ever to capture that again. But solid dude, hard dude not to root for, hard dude to hate. Really is. Man of God, man of seem of principle and morality. Looks never really heard teammates say nothing bad about him. Um, so the brother seems solid. He was on TV, David, for years. So yeah, man, that's messed up, man. But he played longer than the average NFL career, which is what 2.5 years. He played longer than the average NFL career. That's what I can say. So 11 years in the National Football League. Some dudes would have just tried to rehab and just take the money. So I don't know how much money they still. If he retired, they probably don't want nothing. So you think the last little year you would have just tried to hang on, take the bread. You know what I'm saying? You know that's you think most people would have done, but he didn't do that. But a lot of time in these cases, they'll let certain players keep the bread. They'll let certain players keep the bread. So, yeah, hit the link in the description. Follow me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Amazon, Kick, Twitch, the whole nine. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. Um, but other than that, man, check out the NFL playlist. And happy retirement to Derek Carr, man. I think happy retirement to him, man. Peace.